Hello everyone and welcome to Ogispot. In today's video I'm gonna present you a quite funny character, and that's the Sigon Barbarian. And this character is not quite popular, at least in the higher levels, but I've decided to try it out and make a build around the Sigon set. So here it is. It's quite funny looking. I really like the way it looks, but let's go about the stat attributes first. So first up, because the Sigon set is actually quite light as a strength requirement, with this build you don't have to put anything into strength, and you just put fair amount of points into dexterity until you manage to reach the cap of 75% of block chance, and that's about it. Rest of your attribution points can go into vitality, so you can have a good life pool after battle orders. And as you can see, I'm having not that bad stats. Bear in mind again that we're using a Sigon set, and this is pretty much every item slot on the character apart from the jewelry and the weapon slot. So let's go over my Sigon set now. So every single item I've made sure it's been the maxed version of the Sigon. It's not a lot, but so we got 60 defense on the helmet. I've also named and socketed all of the items, and the jewels I've put into it are not that spectacular. They're quite good, but they're really low level, to be honest, as I really wanted to keep the level requirement for this set as it is, as level 6. So as you can see, the bonuses from the Sigon set are not that spectacular, but there's quite a few bits into the options which I really like. So first up, we have this 704 to attack rating based on a character level coming from the helm, and let me tell you, this is a big amount. So the 24 maximum fire damage, you can totally ignore that. 10% life leech stolen per hit, this is absolutely amazing. 100 defense, not that good, not that bad either. 22 mana, it's alright. Fire resist 12, damage reduced by 7, and attackers take damage of 12. So the last option, you can ignore it. Damage reduced by 7, that's a good option to have. And let's go over the armor now. So this armor, in this case, as it's socked, provides 30 lightning resist, poison resist 15, a little bit of attack rating, a little bit of energy, and the option here, attackers take damage of 20, that's totally nothing, so you can ignore that as well. But then here comes the interesting part of the set. When you got the gloves, they give you 30% increased attack speed paired with 2 other or 3 other items from the set, I think it was. Anyway, so this option is really good, so we can achieve a higher frame for the attacks. 30% increased attack speed is totally massive. So there's also additional 10 strength coming with the gloves, a little bit of attack rating, so they're not that bad. And then we have the shield. The notorious Sigon shield comes with 1-0 skills. This one's been socked with dual for requirements and a little bit of extra lightning resist, so that way this shield actually requires 64 strength instead of 75, so we've been able to put it on quite easily, and that way we actually managed to squeeze not a single point into strength. Excuse me, I haven't put it that right. So anyway, let's carry on. So let's go over the belt now. So the belt's got a good option, 176 defense based on a character level again, and 22 life, fire resist 20, nothing special. The boots, as you probably saw, defense on the gloves is 15, that's the maximum you can get. Defense on the boots is again 15, that's the maximum you can get. 25 defense is the maximum you can have on the shield, 60 is the maximum you can have on the helm, and 11 is the maximum you can have on the belt, so pretty much all of the items are maxed out. They've also been named and socked, so they're quite unique in their own way. And let's go over the boots. So 22 faster run walk, cold resist 40, 50% better chance of magic items, that's quite nice to have. 52 attack rating, that's another good bonus, stacking quite well for attack rating as well. And let's go over the amulet now. So in this situation, I'm not using the High Lord's Wrath pretty much because I really wanted this character to be able to run quite fast, and the cat's eye is the amulet to go for. And in this situation, it also provides 20% to increase attack speed, so we're not skipping out on the attack speed in any manner. We also get a little bit of defense and defense versus missiles and a lot of dexterity that way by using this amulet. And the 30% faster run walk is really awesome. I've been doing some PvPs with this character and I've been able to run on par with boa zones and java zones without a problem, and I can actually run them down with this character, so it's definitely the best in slot, the cat's eye, if you're gonna do the Sigon build, which I did. And then let's go over the rings now. So first up, Raven Frost, and the other one Raven Frost as well. So both of these are quite low on the roll side, but then again they're notorious for the cannot be frozen mode and the cold absorb. So by stacking two of these, we also raised our dexterity by a significant amount and the attack rating as well. And we also absorb 40% of cold damage in total, which is absolutely insane. And yeah, they also provide a little bit of cold damage. And let's go and show you the build after I buff everything, so you get a better idea of what it looks like when it's buffed and what stats it have. So our life pool is 4.3k. That's quite good, I would say, considering again that we're using a Sigon set. This is not a high-end build by any mean. It's more of a funny build I decided to make and try out if the Sigon set can be viable on a high-end difficulty. And let me tell you, it definitely is. You can absolutely make everything you'd like with this character. You can do the whole content of the game. So let's go over the skill parts of the build now. So as I've already said, everything I've done is totally tailored around the Sigon set. So the weapon of choice, as you can probably guess already, is Grief, and that's the best one in slot. There's another YouTuber done a similar type of video like a few years back. It's Extimus, but I would consider my build much superior than his. In his video he used Grandfather, and that's a major mistake, I would say, because that way he's been investing a lot of points into strength and dexterity, and you don't really need to do that, because the way I've done it, I absolutely saved those points coming into strength, and it's much better to invest them into dexterity and go for max block and boosted attack rating. And you also have amazing damage coming out from the Grief, and the attack speed of this character is also insane. So yet again, our resistances are not all maxed out, but they're quite good, considering you don't really need a lot of poison resist with this build. So I can probably get up to 75 fire resist with a little bit tweaking on the inventory, but that's another story. So this is a concentration barbarian build, and let's go over the skill points now. So on war crisis, I've maxed out Shout, I've maxed out Battle Orders, so that's 20 points it means, and the rest you can see is just a single point into them. You don't have to put points into Find Potion and Find Item. That's just something that I really like to do, because there's a added chance of finding an extra item while hawking corpses, and you don't really need to do that. You can save these two skills and put them somewhere else instead. It's just something I like to do. And let's go over the combat masteries now. So in here you have to put 20 points into sword mastery. That's easy to guess, I'd say. So it's absolutely amazing skill. 31% chance of critical strike, attack rating 236% bonus, damage 158% increased. So amazing skill, as I've already said. Then I've maxed out Iron Skin, because we are absolutely lacking in the defense department with this Sigon set. And the rest of the skills you see here, just a single point into them. So natural resistance is really nice to have. It's a good addition to the Sigon set because it's definitely lacking in resistances. You might want to invest these 2 points, for example, that I showed you, into natural resistances, and that way you get to 75 much easier. And let's go over the combat skills now. So in here, nothing special again, all of them you can see is just single points, apart from the concentrate. The rest of my points I started dumping into concentrate. And if you take a look at the synergies for concentrates, so we got the best one is battle orders, 10%, we got that one maxed out, and we also have quite a good amount of points dumped into concentrate again to help us boost our attack rating and damage a little bit further. And let's go and show you the build in action now. So this game is on Hell difficulty, and let's go over Act 5, first waypoint now. So first up, buff with battle order, shout, and etc. And as you can see, it's absolutely easy to smash all these monsters, no effort at all. You can also utilize Whirlwind. And the attack rating on the Whirlwind is a little bit lower considered to concentrate, simply because I haven't put any points into it, and I did invest some into concentrate. And yet again, while using concentrate, you can see my defense goes from 7k up to 9k, and that's a good amount. I'd say that's additional 2k defense while using this skill. So this build is quite tanky. Our resistances are really good. Damage is absolutely insane. I kill everything so easily. And the reason behind the tankiness of the character is simply because we got 75% chance to block an attack. And while we are attacking, we are increasing our defense significantly. So 9k defense is not a lot, but yet again it's enough to provide you a good sustainability on Hell difficulty. And as you can see, we're doing Act 5 without a problem. And let's go over Shank now. So, oh, I forgot to use my fine item here. Never mind. So let's go. This character is quite funny to do PvP with as well, because normally people don't expect to see a Sigon build character running around the duels. And it's even funnier when you start popping people in 1 or 2 hits with this grief, because normally that's the way it goes. Especially versus Java zones or Boba zones, they die in 2 or 3 hits if you're able to successfully hit them without them dodging your attacks or anything like that. So, into Shank now. So as you can see, our damage is really good. And even if a monster managed to hit us, that's not an issue at all, because we got a good amount of life, so we don't have to be worrying about being hit that much. And there's also a 10% of life leech coming from the Sigon set, which also helps dramatically. And as you can see, I'm just running around the map on a health difficulty using a level 6 set on a Barbarian. That's the Sigon set, and it's quite rare for my life to actually start dropping. You can see, not a problem at all. Let's go and do a cast run now. So, oh, I thought I can jump over there, but I couldn't. Never mind. So Leap is an amazing skill. I really love it. Saves you a lot of time. Go to Chaos Sanctuary. It's also quite cool the way it looks. In the Chaos Sanctuary there might be a little bit of problem with the Stormcasters, simply because they're draining your mana dramatically. But we'll see how it goes in a minute. Experience Shrine. Point of opening it up as simply gonna get cursed in a matter of seconds. I'm gonna skip those weak monsters. I'm just gonna go for the big packs instead. Okay. As I've already said, there's a little bit of issue with the mana draining, but that's not critical. go into the vizier. And just like that, he's dead. And there we go, another Sigon shield. Normally I only pick these ones up if there's the maximum defense, but that's quite rare, so just had to use a potion here. The problem with the mana burn and the mana leech and mana stolen like that is when you can't attack and you can't whirlwind, you can't really leech life back from the monsters, and that's when your character starts getting vulnerable. But yet again, that's not an issue, because simply you can pop up a potion or two and get around it. So a lot of people having issues with the next champion pack I'm gonna fight now. Here they are. So what the says. Died so easily. Pretty much everything dies really easy with this build. The only problem I'd say is the mana burn. So let's ignore the easy element for a minute. And go for the infector souls. Some more of these like leech mana monsters. We'll use another potion here. Keep in mind we're using level 6 set on hell difficulty. And there we go. Hopefully we don't get our mana drained instantly, so we can go in for a minute. Sometimes there's this weird bug happening with the whirlwind. I don't know what's causing it. It just kind of freezes into one spot and starts whirlwinding without actually hitting anything. And it can be quite annoying. If you guys know what's causing it, you probably... I'll be really happy if you let me know in the comments. So there we go.
Impossible.
So we're gonna face Diablo right now. Only got potions, but I don't really need much more than that. So there we go. Diablo. Just going straight. So with this setup, we don't really have crushing blow. We have a deadly strike coming from the Greek, paired up with the critical strike coming from the sword mastery, and that's about it. So killing bosses might seem a little bit slower compared to a build having a lot of crushing blow, for example. And there we go. So that's it. Diablo's dead. And last thing to show you, that's gonna be my inventory. So nothing special here. Want to master is charm, plain skiller. I've tried to gather as much of charms with strength and defense in general as a secondary option to try and help boost up my overall defense. Those small charms are really valuable, really great, really help me a lot. And a little bit of faster and walk paired up with resistances here. Faster and walk and defense, faster and walk resistances, faster and walk, life and defense, life and defense. So here we got the Barbarian torch, defense and fire damage, annihilus, and yeah, that's about it, guys. On weapon switch, I'm only using 2 spirits just to get a little bit of extra skills, nothing special. They also help with the casting speed. So that's about it pretty much. 4.3k life, 9k defense while attacking with concentrate, 11k attack rating, max block, nearly maxed resistances, 40% damage cold absorb, insane damage coming out from grief, average chance to hit Diablo 81%, not the best one, but still quite high up there. And yeah, really fun character to play around with, and especially in PvP arenas or duels with other players. A lot of people gonna be surprised and amazed by the way this character is able to perform. It's really funny to play with, and I've been having a blast of a time while leveling it up. The other good part about it is that from level 6, where you can put this set straight on, you don't have to change it till forever. It's basically the last thing your character is gonna use if you go for the Sigon set. It's almost a challenge in its own way to be able to go around and make a character build specially designed around the Sigon set, but it's quite a fun one to do. And with all those years being playing Diablo 2, I'm still looking for another ways to impress myself and make some more funny builds and having fun with the game in general. So that's about it, guys. And again, if you like it, drop a like, drop a comment, maybe subscribe me if you will. I'll be happy if you do. And yet again, see you in the next one. Bye.